Elias and Clara meet in a cramped, rain-streaked record store. They both reach for the same rare cello concerto. Their eyes meet, and for a moment, the world feels perfectly tuned. It's the kind of instant connection that feels like a forgotten memory. 6 months of golden hours. They move into a Victorian house with floorboards that groan like old instruments. They spend evenings playing duets, his violin chasing her cello. Their love is a seamless harmony, a literal oneness that makes their friends both envious and uneasy. Elias begins to notice things. Clara doesn't just like his music, she mimics his breathing while they sleep. One night, he stops playing mid-phrase, but Clara's bow continues for 3 full measures, playing exactly what he intended to play next. She smiles, her eyes vacant. "We are the same song now, Elias." The intimacy becomes claustrophobic. Elias tries to go for a walk alone, but finds Clara already at the park bench, waiting. She's wearing his favorite sweater, not because it's cozy, but because it smells like his skin. He realizes she hasn't spoken a word in 2 days that wasn't a direct echo of something he said an hour prior. Elias finds a journal under the floorboards. It isn't a diary, it's a ledger of his biological functions. His heart rate at 3 a.m., the exact duration of his blinks, the number of hairs lost in his brush. The ink is still wet. He confronts her. He screams that he needs space, that he is a person, not a mirror. Clara doesn't cry. She simply tilts her head and says, in his exact vocal inflection, "Why would you want to be apart from yourself?" That night, Elias finds the front door deadbolt from the outside. Elias wakes up to a stinging pain in his jaw. In the bathroom mirror, he sees Clara has used surgical adhesive to pull her facial muscles into the exact shape of his smile. She stands behind him, holding a pair of shears. "I found the parts of us that didn't match," she whispers. "I'm fixing them." He tries to flee, but the house has changed. Every door leads back to the music room. The air is thick with the smell of copper and resin. He finds his violin smashed. In its place is a new instrument, one fashioned from pale, curved bone and strings that look uncomfortably like sinew. Clara sits at a cello, but she has sewn her sleeves to his. They are physically tethered. She forces the bow into his hand. "Play with me," she commands. As they play, he realizes the music isn't coming from the instruments, but from the friction of their skin. Every note is a scream, but the harmony is perfect. The house is silent. A neighbor knocks on the door, hearing a faint, beautiful melody. When the police eventually